Hi, I'm Alexandra Figueiredo, and welcome to my first video about happiness. So I have to confess that I used to cringe whenever I heard the word happy, happiness, anything of that sort. And I thought that it was really talking about just so superficial. I thought it was a really superficial and very overused word. Like, basically, I want to take a happy pill. Like, okay, let's just start taking happy pills. And I knew that was not what I wanted to associate happiness with in my own life. And about 2 years ago, I stumbled upon A Course in Miracles. And I read that. I did the year-long workbook, and I became a study group leader in A Course in Miracles. And that really took things to the next level as far as who do I want to be. And in the course, beingness is associated with love, joy. It uses the word happiness as well, peace, and oneness. And those are all the things that are truth and all the things that are associated with the spiritual state in heaven. And then, as it turns out, I also stumbled upon the training program for Marcy Shimoff's program, Happy for No Reason. And what was really cool about that is that really took what I thought the real joy and intrinsic peace within that term, happy for no reason, is really that true intrinsic happiness that I was seeking, not the extrinsic happiness. And so today I just want to talk about what is the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic happiness. And just FYI, I still work with missionpreneurs or mission-driven entrepreneurs, but now I have added this element of happiness and fulfillment into the mix. And so I work with professionals and mission-driven entrepreneurs and businesses to really help them feel more fulfilled in their life and in their calling. And so back to intrinsic versus extrinsic happiness. Intrinsic happiness, actually, let's start with extrinsic happiness. Extrinsic happiness is feeling contentment with feeling good about things that are external circumstances. For example, getting a promotion, getting a client, watching a movie, things that it's contentment, it's feeling good, feeling great based on things that are outside of yourself. On the other hand, bless you, Javi. On the other hand, intrinsic happiness has to do with a state that is a state of peace, of well-being, of joy, of everything's okay. That is a state, in the term happy for no reason, this is a state that comes from within. It is not contingent on external circumstances. And so when I work with individuals and I work on myself to increase my level of happiness, this is the type of happiness that I'm talking about. It's the joy, the inner peace that I have in my own, as myself, in my own source, the source of me and my connection with spirit. That is the happiness that I'm talking about. And so if you're interested in learning more about this or seeing where you are in the level of happiness or where your happiness set point is, I would be happy to share a little bit more with you about different techniques that you can do to increase your level of happiness, your happiness set point. Oh, and by the way, in case you didn't know, we're actually born with a certain happiness set point. There are some people who are just born not happy. I happen to be one of those people who was born with a high level of happiness already. But that's 50% of the equation. 40% of the equation, oh, let me back up, 10% of the equation are the external circumstances in your life. So that's the job, the car, the relationships, all that. Then there's 40% of the equation, that makes up the 100% of your happiness set point, which are the thoughts and actions and behaviors that you can actually take action on to increase your happiness set point. And that's when we're talking about creating a plan, seeing where you're at right now and creating a plan to increase your happiness set point. That's what we're discussing, that 40% that we actually have control over, which is a great number. So if you were not blessed with an already high level of happiness, then there are things that you can do to increase that. And in my particular case, there were areas that I didn't even think I needed to improve until I started to do this work and realize, oh yes, there are areas that I am not really fulfilled in, and areas that I can improve. And so I did the tools and I use the techniques myself every single day, multiple times a day. And so that's what I want to share with everyone as well. So if you're interested in learning more, I actually have a consulting call. It's called a clarity call, and you can sign up for it. It's free, and I just have you do a little assessment beforehand to see where you're at in your happiness level. And you can do that by going to that's bit.ly, that's ly, /get your clarity call, and go there and fill that out, and you can set up a time to chat with me in the coming weeks. So look forward to doing that. And I want to know, were you born with a high level of happiness, or were you born with a low level of happiness? Where are you in that spectrum? So I'd love to hear from you.